Don't sell the house, don't wreck the car. Say that honey, like where you are. If you owe what you got, I'm coming home. Well, in my mind, honey, I can see you. Pretty good sign that I need you. That's why I can't wait to get back home. Those screens sell real good times. I'll be home before you lie. Oh, what you got? I'm coming home to stay. Oh, what I'm coming home, baby. Oh, what you got?
Fantastic, right here at the Richwood Flea Market, right here on I-75, get off here and up on 25. Plain folks and common sense, travels with John Stevenson. You need to call them here at the Richwood Flea Market, 371-5800, 859 area code. A lot of independent businessmen here.
I know what it means to be lonesome.
I know what it means to be lonesome, coming up, folks.
Only 3 chords in it. I know, so it's going to be a G flat for you all. I know, F chorus, E minor, A to D, G. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, just a second.
I know what it means to be lonesome.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Someone here with me. Oh my baby, love me this morning.
Fantastic.
You wanted to do what?
Well, here from the Richwood Flea Market, a little Foggy Mountain breakdown. And who do we have here today?
Rick Crawford.
Rick Crawford. And who do we have here today?
Bill Bellin.
Bill Ballins. And young lady, what's your name?
Nancy.
Nancy. And what's your name, sir?
Indian Bowling.
Indian Bones. Okay. Well, I've been noted Old Bones.
Baseman.
Baseman. Jerry.
Barry.
Barry.
Barry and Barry.
Jerry Barry. Right here at the Richwood Flea Market. Little Foggy Mountain breakdown.
Take it off?
No.
Welcome to Travels with the Stevensons. We hope you enjoy our show. Coming to you from the Bingham Family Reunion, the 104th one. I think it was the 104th in 2015. And the Richwood Flea Market here. And our booth is C41. You can give me a call at 859-750-0000. God bless you and have a great day. Kentucky is my land. It is a place beneath the wind and sun, in the very heart of America. It is bounded on the east, north, and west by rivers, and on the south by mountains. I didn't have a choice as to where I was born, but if I'd had a choice, I would have chosen Kentucky. And if I could have chosen wind to breathe, I would have chosen a Kentucky wind, with the scent of cedar, pine tree needles, green tobacco leaves, persimmon and sassafras. I love the wind blowing through the redbud and dogwood trees. If I could have chosen a spot in Kentucky, I would have chosen Covington, the place where I was born, where generations of my people have lived, and some still live. Here, too, I have always lived, where I follow the little streams and creeks that flow over rocks between the hills and rivers, where in season we hunted the wild game. Skilled as an Indian, with dogs by my side, I enjoyed this land of sunlit waters, and I enjoyed the 4 seasons. Kentucky has 4 distinct seasons. I learned as a young child each season is 3 months long. The 2 seasons I wanted to be longer and longer were the Kentucky spring and autumn. Summer brought good earthly smells. It gives birth to sugar cane, tobacco, yellow bantam, and silver queen corn. Hot days would bring blackberries, dewberries, and strawberries. All I had to do was get my bucket and gather them. Autumn, the quietness of this season, brings black walnuts. They drop from the mother tree to the ground. In their heavy green shells they ripen. Hazelnuts fall along the cattle paths. Autumn winds are crisp and sharp, refreshing, and a need for sweater or jacket. Sounds in the air are shouts on football fields, with touchdowns, cheerleaders, drums, the smell of popcorn. Warm days and cool nights in the Kentucky's autumn has reason. It brings magical touches to maple trees. Their leaves become a red and golden hue. They flutter to ground where the fields hold pumpkins, baskets of apples, and bales of hay. Winter in Kentucky brings freezing temperatures, frozen lakes, ice skating, ice fishing, smoke swirling from chimneys, heavy snowfalls from dark winter skies. Winds blow fiercely. In swirls they form a white skirt at the base of a maple tree. Farmers can be seen in Kentucky's winter drawing syrup into the buckets from the same tree. The syrup becomes Kentucky's famous sorghum molasses. Spring comes into Kentucky with bursts of energy, melting the frozen soil into a warm, soft earth. It was in the wind. I could feel it. I could taste it. I could see it. And it was beautiful to me. Spring brings back life to our world. Rain comes in a downpour, drenching newly leafed trees. The earth rain gives drink to the tulips, to the violets, forsythia. Calendars are turned into the month of May. Hills are alive with the white dogwoods and redbud trees in full bloom. The wild crabapple blossoms flutter to the ground like pink seashells. The weeping willow's narrow branches finger the wind tenderly. Deep purple violets lay nestled in the Kentucky bluegrass. Only in the spring, only in Kentucky, then the first Saturday in the month of May, is the running of the horses in the Kentucky Derby. The overturned earth gives a sweet scent. A thoroughbred horse's hoofs race to win the roses, and the sound of my old country home rings in the air. Only in the spring in my Kentucky, from my birth to childhood to old adult, these have been my things, my life. From the nestling birds to the flowering trees, the rivers, the creeks, I learned of God's goodness. I learned of His miracles. For me, my greatest miracle has been my babies and their babies in my life. What fun and happiness they all have given me. I rest now at the feet of Jesus, but my spirit remains here in these hills of Kentucky, but I still have my babies in my heavenly heart until we meet again. This was written by Bernadine Jane Bingham Ogden. A beautiful piece of work about her life in Kentucky. And you too, as a Kentuckian, can have your soul touched by the Lord, by the hearing of these words and remembering the 4 seasons and what they meant to you. Reading by John Stevenson, former Superintendent of Education, Commonwealth of Kentucky, the old country boy. the beauty of a life spent in service for God and humanity. There's nothing in this world more beautiful than a life spent in unselfish service to others. Sometimes it may seem to the world that a life is humble and lowly and of not much value. But there are many instances where these lives are like the modest violet, sending out a beauty and fragrance that is appreciated by both God and man. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. We are all stewards. There is not an owner anywhere of anything. God alone owns. He estimates our gifts for the advancement of His cause, not by their size, but by what we have left. May we labor on, seeking not for glory and applause, knowing that He who clothes the lilies of the field and hears the ravens when they cry will richly repay. Oh, the wrongs that we may righten. Oh, the hearts that we may lighten. Oh, the skies that we may brighten, helping just a little. In the field of destiny, we shall reap as we have sown. Let us therefore put a little sunshine into the unfortunate lives. Our mercies are doubly sweet when they are shared with those who would otherwise feel the bitternesses of want. Big deeds are often glass, while the small ones are diamonds. Wrought into gold, we that pass down life's hour so carelessly might make the dusty way a path of flowers if we would try. Then every gentle deed we've done or kind word given into gold would make us wondrous rich in heaven. Life and living are mighty themes. Life is no mere dream, but a sincere reality and a supreme stewardship of which we shall one day have to render an account. Hence, let us all faithfully strive to fulfill life's greatest purpose. Build a little fence of trust around today. Fill the space with living deeds and therein stay. Look not through the sheltering bars upon tomorrow. God will help you to bear the burdens of others for Him along life's way. Without the shadow, we would not appreciate the sunshine. Clouds need not eclipse the joy in your heart. Even though the skies drizzle, your eyes can be bright. Just because it rains is no reason it should be gloomy. Life's struggle is hard enough at the best, so let us give every uplift possible. Personally, we would rather be a stepping stone on the road to progress than occupy a useless position as an ornament at the pinnacle where there is nothing to be done. Remember that life is not all song. There is much wrong in all of us, so be ready to give a lift where needed. Some dread, some lead dreary ways, and toil beneath heavy loads. When we find one of our fellow men on the downward road, don't pass him with a gloomy frown. You may have troubles too, but he needs a smile from you. Say, brothers, lend a helping hand. Upon the side of weakness stand. Another's burden shared by you will give him courage new. The world has need of friendships true, so give a lift. This was written in 1926 by my darling mother, Garnet Bingham, when she was just a sophomore at the Critton High School in Grant County, Kentucky. It was a little literary magazine called 9 Stars, and I thought you might enjoy it this evening.
you.